Hello and a warm welcome to Sarat Chandra IAS Academy, where your dreams are our mission. This is Yatharth here. Today we'll be covering most important news for prelims from The Hindu as well as the Indian Express for 14th of March 2014. This is just a screenshot of all the news we are going to cover. Let us first come to the economy section. Alright, so these two terms are very important for us, that REITs. What is the news here? That REITs, InvITs and Muni bonds. So what are these Muni bonds? Alright, earlier questions have come on masala bonds, green bonds. So these can also be asked that what are these Muni bonds? So they offer high growth opportunities. So let us see what are these REITs, InvITs and Muni bonds. Alright, so first of all, let's talk about the REITs. They are real estate investment trusts. Just a second. I'll be providing this PDF in the group as well, so no issues if you are not able to cover here completely. Alright, so these are the companies that own and operate income generating real estate properties. So these are first of all the companies. Alright, now you do not directly own the property, but by investing in a REIT, you gain a share of the rental income it generates. REITs are known for providing regular distributions, similar to dividends from the stock, and are considered a good way to invest in real estate without the hassle of directly managing any property. Alright, so basically it's a company that has invested into real estate and it giving you a dividend on the rental. Okay, so please take these things carefully. They can be directly asked into the exam. We'll be dealing with questions as well later. So InvITs, let's talk about the InvIT now. Infrastructure Investment Trust. So again, it is a trust. So similar to REIT, InvITs are investment vehicles that pool funds to invest in infrastructure projects, so not real estate. Alright, so infrastructure projects like roads, power plants and renewable energy assets. So they are significantly higher valued than the REITs. Investors in the InvITs receive a portion of the income generated by these projects. So in first we are getting the rental income from the real estate properties. In second we are getting the income generated from the infrastructure projects. Alright. Third, we are talking about the Muni bond or the municipal bonds. So these are debt securities issued by the local governments to finance various projects. Investors loan money to the municipality, receiving interest payment in return over a set period. Alright. So they are considered a low risk investment and they offer high growth as per our news. Alright, let's come to the next news. That is Supreme Court to hear plea to include CGI on EC selection panel. Now what is CGI? Chief Justice of India. Which articles are relevant to this? Alright, constitutional article. What are the duties of CGI? What is the tenure? What is the selection procedure? What is the removal? What are the terms of removal of CGI? So these are all you are supposed to know. Let's come to the second thing, that is EC Election Commissioner of India. So read about the what are elections. Alright, what is the Election Commission, on which articles it has been built upon, and what is the roles and functions of the Election Commissioner of India. Alright, let's see the news completely. That in Anup Baranwal versus Union of India. So this case is important. Alright, this case is. So these cases can be directly asked into the question paper, that what were these cases about. Alright, so a constitution bench headed by Justice K.M. Joseph ordered the Chief Election Commissioner CEC and 2 EC. So first of all, we are seeing the commissioner body here, 1 CEC, alright, plus 2 ECs. Chief Election Commissioner and Election Commissioners to be appointed by the President. Alright, so please remember this. They are to be appointed by the President directly. Okay. On the advice tendered by the Committee of Prime Minister, Leader of Opposition in the Lok Sabha, or the Leader of the single largest party in opposition, and the CGI. Alright. So this is the news here. Please mind it. Again, let us see about the Election Commission. So Constitution provides Election Commission of India with the power of direction, superintendence and control of elections to Parliament. Alright, treat these as a mind map. Okay, when you are reading a paragraph, it's not very easy to, let's say, remember these things. But let us just make a mind map. That first thing the Election Commissioner deals with is the elections of the Parliament. Alright, second is state legislatures. State legislatures. Third is the office of President of India. And fourth is the office of the Vice President of India. Alright, so these 4 elections are to be dealt by the Election Commission of India. Furthermore, the Election Commission is an all India body that is common to both the central government and state governments. Alright, so please treat this as a fact or a statement that this statement is correct. It must be noted here that the commission does not deal with the elections to the municipalities and panchayats in the states. All right. And henceforth, a separate state election commission is provided by the Constitution of India. For what? Now, this can be asked as a statement that state election commission deals with the election of state legislature. Yes, no, no. All right. Only the election commission of India deals with that. State election commission deals with the elections to the municipalities as well as the panchayats. All right. Let's move forward. Data on electoral bonds hand delivered to EC, and it is being set by the SBI. All right. So, what is this electoral bond scheme? And what is in contentious in it? So, electoral bond scheme was introduced by Narendra Modi-led government to facilitate political funding in India. So now, very obviously, let's say we have very major political parties. Let's say BJP it is, or Congress, or whichever parties are there. They are all running on the donations, and that is known as the political funding. All right, this funding comes from major players, big businessmen, or big industrialist. Let's say Adani, Ambani, whichever. Okay, this has been accused. But for example, let's take Adani Ambani. All right. Now, as I described in a lecture, that why are they donating money? All right, to these parties, so that they can gain some favor from these parties. All right, whether it is Congress, whether it is BJP, or whichever. All right, so this favor is incorrect. It demeans the value of the one person, one vote. All right, so what is this idea of the one person, one vote, one value? So we'll have to see that. Now, coming to the electoral bond scheme, so it has been declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court on the basis of anonymity. They are saying that whoever is donating the money, that is fine. All right, but whatever money is donated, by whom it is donated, so these must be explicit. Alright, so introduced in 2017, the electoral bond scheme enabled individuals and corporate groups to donate money without any capping, that means without any limit, to their desired political parties without disclosing their identity. So it is completely anonymous. Alright, and this anonymous thing is incorrect. Alright, so this anonymous thing we do not want in our democracy, because people should know that who is providing funding to the political party and why they are winning. Now, let us see why it goes against the concept of one person, one vote, one value. So, one man, one vote, or one person, one vote expresses the principle of equal representation in voting. Alright, so this can be asked as a question directly, that what is represented by this expression? It expresses the equal representation, the concept of equal representation, that whether you are Adani, Ambani, anybody, alright, your one vote means one vote. And there is no difference between the voting power of these individuals or me or you. Alright, just because they have more money, they should not be able to create more value out of their own votes. So this slogan is used by the advocates of democracy and political equality, especially in regards to electoral reforms like universal suffrage. Universal suffrage means everybody must be able to vote, and proportional representation. Alright. Let's talk about the next one. So, on Sunday, India signed a TEPA, that is Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement, with 4 countries, or a group of 4 countries. These are Switzerland, Norway, Iceland, as well as the Liechtenstein. So, the 4 European countries, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, and Switzerland, formerly known as the European Free Trade Association, EFTA. Now let us talk about the highlights of this news, which we must know, that this provides more room for Indian servicing firms via easier visa rules. So this is the first benefit for us. Second thing is that most good export already get duty free treatment in Switzerland, India's largest EFTA trade partner. So which is the largest EFTA trade partner? Switzerland. Alright, please remember this fact. Third thing is that so the linchpin in the deal is the inbuilt goal to nudge $100 billion of fresh foreign direct investment into India. So what we are attracting from Switzerland? FDI through the EFTA grouping from the TEPA deal. Alright. Furthermore, that we want to create 1 million jobs over the next 15 years. Cheaper wines, Indian consumers can expect cheaper wines and chocolates. That means Swiss wines and Swiss chocolates, while producers may access cheaper machinery. Alright, the next thing that we need to know, see, this is the importance of the news. They provide us so much more information about what else is going on. So let's talk about UAE. Okay, India's deal with UAE. So what is it saying? That second major trade pact in recent years since the deal with the UAE. Alright, so UAE deal is done. Now EFTA deal is done. Okay, furthermore, let us see. Interim deal with Australia that kicked in late 2020 is yet to be followed. So, no deal with Australia. There was big talks with FTA with Australia, but it has not finalized yet. Next one, parlays for a deal with the Gulf Cooperation Council, that is GCC. Mooted since 2004 are yet to take off. That means right now no deal with GCC also. A deal with Canada has been waylaid by political friction. So Canada, no deal with Canada also. Okay, talks are on with the European Union and the United Kingdom, with the latter likely in the last mile. So right now no deal with the UK or EU also right now. Furthermore, India's apparent aversion to such trade pacts in 2014 kept by its walkout from the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, that is RCEP. So we had so many questions about the RCEP. Okay, so is likely a thing of the past. So it is now, spreading legs. India is spreading new strategies about all these things. All right. So now let us talk about the next thing, that what we can expect from this deal. So one thing is traffic reductions, TEPA. So India agreed to reduce traffics on specific goods from EFTA countries, further excluding sensitive items like dairy and agriculture. And EFTA countries will do the same for Indian goods. So this is the first thing. Furthermore, we are seeing that potential investment of 100 billion USD over the next 15 years and creation of 1 million jobs. All right, and market access is the third and most important thing. So Indian exporters will gain easier access to the specialized inputs and market of EFTA countries, and this can potentially boost India's export and strengthen its position into the global market. Now, why India does not want, what is the protection of the labor in India? All right, why India does not like other countries exporting goods to India? Because they come cheaper and sometimes even better quality. Okay, cheaper and sometimes even better quality. So this creates a market competitiveness or price competitiveness in India's domestic labor. So India does go for the domestic protection and bans the import of certain items. All right, so this India has gone against now and have made deal with EFTA. All right, okay. Let's move further to the next news, that is Uttarakhand bill on the Uniform Civil Code gets president's nod. So here what is important for us, that what is UCC? All right, and why the president nod is required for this? Okay, which articles are dealing with UCC? Which articles may even go against the UCC? All right, so under Article 201 of the Constitution of India, the president gave assent to UCC of Uttarakhand. So Uttarakhand becomes the first state to finalize this new bill, but in the Goa, it was already there. All right, UCC. So Uttarakhand becomes the first state to finalize this new bill on the UCC. All right, and there have been much discussion on this UCC also, CAA also very recently. So we can talk about this later. Furthermore, let's talk about the Article 201. So Article 201 deals with the president's power regarding bill reserved for his consideration in the Indian Constitution. Such as, so when are these bill reconsidered? So when a state governor has reservations about a bill passed by the state legislature, they can reserve the bill for the president's consideration instead of simply assenting to it. Furthermore, in such cases, Article 201 states that the president has the authority to do what things? Assent to the bill, withhold the assent, and exceptions for the non-money bills. So president can even approve the bill. All right, they can also reject the bill. For bills other than those related to finances, the president holds an additional option. All right, which additional option does the president have? Returning the bill with his own recommendations. So they can send the bill back to state legislature along with a message outlining their concerns. The state legislature has 6 months to reconsider the bill based on president's message. They can also accept the recommendation and reject the recommendation. All right, so they can repass the bill in original form and send it back to president. So then it definitely becomes a bill, and amend the bill as suggested and represent it to president assent. So then also it definitely becomes the bill. So money bill, the parliament has the final say. All right. Okay, let us talk about the UCC. So which article of the constitution go in favor of UCC? One is the Article 44. This is the main basic article. So under the DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy, the state shall endeavor to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code, directly mentioned in the constitution. All right. It is non-justiciable. It is crucial to note that the DPC are not enforceable by courts as per Article 37. So this means while the constitution recommends as well as mentions the UCC, please remember it does not mandate its own implication. Please remember this statement. All right, it is mentioned but not justiciable. All right, furthermore, it is balancing act. So the concept of UCC needs to be balanced with other fundamental rights enshrined in the constitution. So which articles may go in the disfavor of the UCC, which is Article 25. It guarantees freedom of religion and the right to manage its own religious affairs. Furthermore, Article 26 and 29 protects the right to distinct cultures and the right to manage educational institutions founded by religious groups. All right. Okay, let's see the next one. That is a One Nation, One Poll panel may submit report today. So the Committee on the One Nation, One Election, headed by former President Ramnath Kovind. So please remember that who is heading the panel? The Ramnath Kovind. All right, former president. And our current president is who? Draupadi Murmu. Alright, the report is likely to recommend amending relevant articles in the constitution and adding new sections. So, if we want to implement this One Nation, One Poll, then which articles have to be amended? Okay, this is very important. And furthermore, what is One Nation, One Poll? This is a descriptive topic you can read in the we can read in the other lecture, or you can read it yourself in self-study in the GS. Alright, so the committee was asked to suggest a specific amendment to the constitution in which the Representation of the People Act 1950, the RP Act of 1951 and the rules framed under them. It was also tasked with examining whether any amendments to the constitution would require to be ratified by the states. That means, does it affect the state? Which constitution amendments require state ratification, which are passed by special majority plus special state ratification? All right, so you can read about this majorities also. What is a simple majority? What is a special majority? Which articles deal with it? And what is a special majority plus states? All right, so you can read about this. Okay, let's talk about this news. Then PM launches portal for marginalized sections. Okay, please remember that marginalized sections are different from the minority sections. Okay, marginalized means which are living on the margin of the society, which are overlooked, discriminated against. All right, so let us see whether this word is mentioned in the constitution or not mentioned. All right, so the word is marginalized sections. So launching for the Pradhan Mantri Samajik Utthan Evam Rojgar Adharit Jan Kalyan. Okay, so what is the portal name? PM Surj Portal. PM Suraj Portal. So for credit support to entrepreneurs from disadvantaged sections of society. So what is this basically? A credit portal or a loan portal. In simple word, it is a loan portal for entrepreneurs or whoever wants a loan. Basically, they should have some sort of business. They should have some sort of visible business and they want credit. All right. So some schemes are available to them and all of these schemes will be displayed on this portal. Alright, so this is important. So which is the name of the portal? PM Suraj Portal. So let us see which of the marginalized sections come in the, which of the disadvantaged societal section come in the marginalized sections. So they are scheduled castes, SC, scheduled castes, denotified nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes. Alright, ST. Other ones are OBC, other backward classes, and Safai Karamcharis. Okay, the portal will be one-stop point where people from disadvantaged sections of society can apply for and monitor the progress of all loan and credit schemes already available to them. So no new scheme has been launched, only a portal has been launched. Alright, please remember this fact. Okay, let's see the next news that talks about one more thing. Yeah, we need to see the marginalized sections, whether they are mentioned in the constitution or not. So the constitution does not present a specific definition for marginalized sections. Okay, so focus on the non-discriminatory and equality, but constitution does other things such as article 14 and 15. So they establish fundamental rights like equality before law and prohibit discrimination based on factors like religion, caste, sex or birthplace. All right, so these are the factors of marginalization in the Indian society, whether somebody is from a lower caste, whether their gender is male or female, whether their birthplace is not as good as others. All right, so this depends. So Indian constitution, while does not mention marginalization directly, it does enforce some fundamental rights to people, that they need to be equal before law and no discrimination should be done based on their religion, caste, sex or birthplace. enabling measures for specific groups. So constitution does also have specific measures for SC and ST. You can read about them, which article deal with these. Article 15.4 allows the government to enact special laws for upliftment of SC and STs. And Article 338 to 342 establish mechanism like dedicated commissions to ensure their social and economic development. That means ST Commission, NCST, National Commission for ST, and NCSC, National Commission for SC. So these are also part of the polity syllabus. So you must read about them. All right. Let's talk about the next news quickly. So SC stops Assam government move to denotify rhino habitat. So which habitat we are talking about? We are talking about the Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary, WLS. So we will be seeing the map of Assam as well, which national parks or wildlife sanctuaries are there. So Supreme Court on Wednesday froze the Assam government's move to withdraw an almost 26 notification, considering this is not important for us. What is important for us is the highlighted portion. Only the location of the Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary. Where is it? In which state? It is in Assam. Alright, near the Brahmaputra River. We'll also see all other national parks in Assam, and it hosts one of the largest rhino populations. Please remember, Pobitora WS is in Assam, and it has rhino population. Indian rhino population. All right, in the country. All right, let us see now various different. Just a second. WLS and wildlife sanctuaries. So this is Manas National Park here. Manas National Park. Please remember, very important. Raimona National Park, very important. Deeper Bale. This is also very important. Deeper Bale. All right. Orang National Park is again very important. Deeper Bale is wildlife sanctuary also here. Pobitora that we are talking about is here in Assam. All right. Amchang, Manatlongri, these are all in Assam, but WLS are not very important for us. All right. But just this Holong Gapar gibbon is a type of monkey. All right. So these WLS you can skip, but please remember the important ones. This is national park. So what is this? Dehing Patkai National Park. Very important. Again, Dibru Saikhoba National Park. All right. This is very important. Kaziranga National Park. Very important. And Namiri Tiger Reserve is also very important. All right. These all are in Assam. Orang Tiger Reserve also is in Assam. So we are talking about the Pobitora Wildlife Sanctuary. This has the rhino population. All right. So this is all to be noted. So this completes our news from the Hindu as well as the Indian Express for today. Thank you very much for your presence. Have a great day ahead. Keep studying. Be well. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you very much. Have a great day.